Alright, what's up everyone? This is Alden. I'm going to go ahead and start a Project Zomboid series. I'm going to go ahead and make a episode 0 kind of thing, a mod list, and show my character off and everything to that extent. So it'll be just a quick video for that. Obviously playing Project Zomboid, we're doing a custom sandbox. And here is all of the mods. I'll hesitate for a minute. That way anyone that wants to is able to look at it. And then from here down, and basically from right here down. Few choice mods that we're going to be using today, or using in this playthrough, is Snakes mods, as well as all these tuning mods. Those allow me to tune each of these specific vehicles, as well as the AutoStar Yacht Club. It allows you to have boats and stuff like that. I have yet to come across one in my time, but it happens. As well as we also have all of these vehicle mods. And then a bunch of quality of life, an APC, the ability to make better ropes, farming time, all of the soul features, farming time. We're going with Britta's mod pack, as well as the filibusters used cars, and I think that's basically it. Everything else for the most part is just quality of life, where you have quite a few extra locations. Snakes mod adds a bunch of different things, like this mansion is part of Snakes mods, I don't know how the technical term is. But I also added Fort Waterford and Waterfront. I don't know why I keep calling it Waterford, but Fort Waterfront, which is a cool little map, as well as Fort Redstone, probably a more common map that you guys actually know about, as well as there is a it probably doesn't say on here, but I have an access road mod that gives you a direct access road all the way to the military base. So I have a total of 4 military locations that I'm able to scavenge today, and the plan is to make base in Fort Waterfront. That is at least the plan. I'm not going to spawn in Fort Waterfront. I already asked my wife where I should be spawning, and she said Riverside. As well as once we get to the sandbox information, I just took a screenshot. When we get to the sandbox information, I have a playthrough that is already set up, and it was one that my wife decided everything on, so I'm going to play it. Save name is Let's Play. God, that's right. Oh my god. Oh yeah, that's right. I already have one like that. Alright, so then here is all of the sandbox options. And this one is called 2 months later. It's kind of a play on the 6 months later, just not quite as degraded. Everything's not completely and utterly fucked. You don't have anything. We're still going to start in December because I like it. It's fun. Water's turned off automatically. The house alarms and locked houses are never. It's been 2 months since the apocalypse. Nature is very abundant, but everything else is normal. Never helicopter event, but that's because we have expanded helicopter events, and you have to have this turned off, otherwise it causes a conflict with this. Nothing really different as far as the meta. Meta's basically the same. Loot rarity is how my wife figured it would be after 2 months, which is fresh food would be extremely rare, canned food would be pretty rare, melee weapons would be fairly normal, ranged weapons and ammo would be rare. Medical, survival, supplies, mechanics, literature, and other would all be fairly normal. Like, you'd find it fairly commonly, just because in the first 2 months, you're not really going to have a whole lot of people that are going to rip places apart for everything. Like, the survival essentials I could possibly see, but eh. Character, multi-hit, she says, is okay. The free points is because I create a special character. Rear vulnerability is medium. She doesn't think that it should be high, so I'm gonna play it that way. Weapon multi-hit, as well as all clothing unlocked. We just have the world map. Vehicles have there is a normal chance to find a recent survival vehicle, because again, 2 months. Car spawn rate high, chance of gas normal, gas consumption half the normal value, so it will, cars will consume a little bit less gas. Locked frequency is never, general condition is normal, car alarm frequency is never. That actually should be low. No. Never mind. I was mistaken. I remembered why my wife chose that. She also chose that saliva is the only way of transmission. However, you have a much faster infection mortality, and you reanimate as soon as you're dead. Only crawlers are able to crawl under vehicles, and they have a short memory. She's playing on the fact that most zombies wouldn't, like, think to crawl under. They would just keep trying to crawl over and keep failing. Population and everything is changed by the insane up here. Oop. Respawn I have turned off because I like the idea of being able to potentially one day clearing the whole fucking map. It's pretty goddamn, chance in hell, but eh. This is part of the More Traits mod. I have nothing changed in it. Vehicle recycling, another cool mod. Don't have anything disabled on that. I am going to change that, because that is so annoying. Expanded helicopter events. Jets would be uncommon. Uncommon. Okay, yeah. Police is rare. News is never. Military common. FEMA rare. Samaritans common. Survivors uncommon. And Raiders common. And scheduling is supposed to be set to forever. I do have the skill recovery journal. However, I am going to lower it down to an 80% return. So you get basically all your skills back. This is just so that playability is continued on the off chance that poor old Alex here ends up dying. And then Tread's fuel types. This adds an extra bit of a little bit of difficulty, a little bit of fun to the game, where you have to actually figure out what your vehicle takes, whether it takes gas or diesel. And once you figure that out, then you can fill up whatever you want. And as far as in here, we are going to be a carpenter by trade. We don't have a whole lot of negative traits because a lot of these negative traits they don't make any sense. Like, I'm sorry, a lot of these, like, I could get a couple of these traits, but it's just not a whole lot of people would have numerous of these traits. And I like to play with traits of, like, I try to build a story around a character, I should say. So Alex is a former McCoy employee. He picked up smoking when he worked there because it was a fucking annoying ass job, but he always enjoyed his passion, which was, how am I a hunter twice? I don't know how I was a hunter twice. That's weird. Anywho, he always loved to fire guns, so he became a trap shooter. He would go to the Valley Station gun range and fire off rounds whenever he had the chance, and eventually was able to move up in the hierarchy of McCoys to end up being an office person, and he ended up getting to work from home. Now, as far as why he didn't notice everything going on, I like to think that he was so devoted into his work that he was working night and day to get it done, and didn't pay attention to society's collapse until the power and water finally went off 2 months in. That's when he officially, looked out the window, saw the zombies walking by, and went, "Oh fuck," and decided to start the apocalypse. And here is our carpenter. The only other thing that he needs is... there we go. Gloves. Other gloves.